$40,000. Seriously, that's a serious sum of money. You don't understand the feeling that I had when I seen that in my account. I felt proud because I did it. Not mommy and daddy. I didn't get no handout. I didn't hit it big on a bet or the stock market. I saved $40,000 strictly by exerting discipline. Discipline, that's it. So I know if I can save on an average salary, so can you. But cultivating this discipline is the hardest task. And I'm gonna show you in this video the steps that I took to save $40,000. Here we go. Step number 1 is to smash that like button, baby. Smash it, yeah. Okay, after you've done step number 1, 1B is to get a job. Oh, Lake and Megs, get a job? Like, how original. I already have a job, it's not working. Guys, I want you to get an hourly based job, not salary. If you're on a salary based job, you're not getting paid for those extra hours you stay over. You're not getting paid for the weekends you come in or being on call. Do you know that this job is taking advantage of you by not paying you overtime? I know some people that work salary-based jobs that are putting in 60 hours a week, 20 hours of overtime each week. Do you know how much extra pay that would be if you were hourly? Yeah, you might get a bonus every quarter or at the end of the year, but it never amounts to the amount of hours you put in. It just keeps you on this rat race circle. This step is about increasing your income. You need to be compensated for the hours that you put in, and you need to be paid appropriately when you work overtime. Let's say your first goal is to save $1,000. You can say, okay, I'm gonna stay till 7 tonight. I'm gonna pick up an extra 4 hours one day. I'm gonna do an extra shift on Sunday. And then you actually have the hours allotted to be duly compensated. Obviously, there's some exceptions here. If you're like an engineer and you make $150K a year and you have amazing bonuses, or if you're a realtor, for example, your market is hot and you get awesome $80,000 commissions. I don't blame you. But for most people, this is not the case. You need to be compensated for your time. So this brings us to step number 2. So step number 2 involves a little bit of math, ladies and gentlemen. This is about knowing A, how much you bring home, B, what your fixed and variable expenses are. You know what that sounds like? A budget. Yes, it's a budget. Oh my God, Lake and Mings, I can't stand budgets. I'm not good. If you are overwhelmed by having to create a budget or just simply don't know how to, click this video right here because I show you step by step how to make a budget. This video shows you how to figure out what your net income is and how to calculate all your expenses because you need to know what's coming in versus what's going out. This is how I've saved thousands of dollars because I've budgeted for my Starbucks coffee every day. I budgeted in going out during the month. I budgeted in a pedicure. Having a budget and saving up for these things is vital in saving money. Once you become disciplined, following your plan, you will be disciplined in your life. You'll be disciplined in your life. This is like a leveling up technique, okay? So don't you forget it. Discipline equals results. Okay. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is so important. Let's recap. We've already smashed the like button to help Lake and Banks help other people. We've got an hourly based job, so we're getting appropriately compensated for our time. And we know our budget now. We know how much money we're bringing in versus how much money's going out. But if you're looking at your expenses and you're like, wow, I'm spending too much. I'm bringing in $3,000 a month, but $3,000 is going out. So Lake and Banks, how do I get ahead another month? How do I do this? Decrease your expenses. Move back in with your mother. Drive that hoopty. Date the guy who's gonna take you out and pick up the bill. Not you have to pay for him. I'm sorry, this is unpopular advice, but by any means necessary, decrease your expenses. Do you know that 2 years living at home with your family can put you light years ahead in the future? I sacrificed to get where I'm at. I drove my hoopty. I moved in with my grandma. I lived in the hood where I paid $400 a month in rent when I was making $4,000 a month, okay? By putting away that extra money I could be spending on rent, I saved $20,000 just by lowering my expenses. Now this next part, man, it's personal. You have to decide, what expense am I willing to get rid of in order to save $40,000? And how long do I want to take to save this amount of money? If you want to save $40,000 in 2 years, you'll have to put up $16.66 a month. Now for the average person, you can't save that a month. If you're living at home, you can. If you don't drive a brand new car, you might. If you have your manhole take you out, you maybe will. So if you can't do it in 2 years, you do it in 3. Well, 3.5 years to be exact. Now $40,000 over 3.5 years equals $953 per month to save, as opposed to $1,667 in 2 years. That seems a little bit more manageable, and that you can do. Like I said, I was making $4,000 a month, and all of my expenses were only $3,000. When I was in excess $1,500 a month, I'd put that in. I'd keep adding to my pile. I got the ball rolling. And that brings me to step number 4. It's called income tax swag. That income tax swag. Guys, this is about accelerating the rate at which you are saving. When your income tax check comes about, add that to your pot. Add that to your savings, because you want to know something? When you see more money in that account, it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I am building. It's not so slow. I'm seeing it grow. That income tax money you treat as another way to save. Literally for 4 years, I saved 90% of my income tax return. Literally, and I spent the extra little money on, getting my hair done, getting an outfit. Because seeing that money grow in my account was more important than freaking getting a new tattoo or whatever the heck. This is about discipline, which leads me to my 5th step. Delayed gratification. This outlook will help you achieve saving $100K, okay? When you decide it is more important to me to have money and have good credit and be financially stable than it is to buy a Gucci purse, when it's more important to me to have a future, to get out of debt, to reach my financial goals, you will save money. Like this mental game is about self-deprivation. It's about depriving yourself of the nice things. For 15 years, I did not buy myself a designer bag. For 15 years, I did not buy myself a luxury car. For 15 years, I did not buy myself anything luxury. And I was feeling like I could afford it. If I was saving $1,000, $1,500 a month, why couldn't I afford a designer bag? That's just 1 month's check. But I had a different goal in mind. I wanted to make it farther than everyone else. I want to be different. When you start saving, you are the anomaly. You're the weirdo. You're the unicorn. You're the different one. But to get to the place where I'm at, I have my own house, my own car, I got racks in the bank, you have to sacrifice. And I had to tell myself for years, over a decade, that I do not want that bag. I do not want those highlights. I do not want the micro blades. I do not want you guys. It is actually so hard for me to spend money. It is so hard for me. Maybe my next video will be a house tour, but I want to thank you guys so much for watching and continue to support me. It means everything to me that you're even tuning in. So I'm grateful, y'all. Keep it up. Thank you. Bye.